Good morning. I know you guys have heard me talk a lot about having cancer, but I've never actually told my story, and I think it's time I do. In 2004, things in my life were going great. I looked great, I felt great, and there was never even a hint, never even a whisper that there might be a problem. Until about May, I started having some random cramping. That's the best I can explain it. And I chalked it up to being a woman, and I ignored it. And one day my friend Jessica and I were at the mall playing with the kids, and I had one of those pains, and she said, "What is that?" And I said, "I don't know." She said, "Well, you should really go to your doctor." I said, "Oh, it's just womanly cramps." And she said, "I don't think so. You might want to have it checked out." And so I thought about it, and I called my doctor, and he happened to have an opening that day, and so I went in. Upon the exam, he said, "Holly, I don't see a thing wrong with you." And I said, "Okay." And I hopped off the table and got ready to leave, and he said, almost as an afterthought, "You know what, can I do an ultrasound?" And I said, "Sure, I don't see why not." That ultrasound saved my life. The ultrasound revealed a massive tumor that was connected to both of my ovaries. He said it was about the size of a grapefruit, and it had been growing for a while. They call ovarian cancer, by the way, the silent killer because it presents no symptoms. I was lucky I had a symptom, one that a lot of people might have written off, but I had a friend who was smart enough to encourage me to go get it checked. Within a period of days, he had me in the hospital, examined, scanned, and scheduled for surgery. I went in, I had a complete hysterectomy, and it was painful. It was a long recovery because not only did they have to take my both ovaries, my uterus, my cervix, they had to take part of my omentum. I mean, they had to take a lot of stuff. I'm basically nothing but donuts inside there now. It took me about 6 weeks to recover, and then on August the 4th, I started chemotherapy. I did 5 months of chemo, 5 very long, painful months of chemotherapy. My mix was called Taxol and carboplatin. And the act of chemotherapy is giving you just enough poison to kill the cancer, but hopefully not kill you. But I'll tell you, during that time, I think there were a lot of times I wished that I was dead. It was incredibly painful and heartbreaking. At the end of my chemo, I went and got scanned, and my numbers were down, and I was a very, very lucky girl because ovarian cancer is hard to catch. And I was staged at stage 3 ovarian cancer, which is a pretty advanced stage. There's actually 4 stages of cancer, so I was really, really lucky. But there are a lot of people in our country who are not so lucky. And that is one of the reasons I do Relay for Life. And one of the reasons I'm telling you this story today is because I want you guys to spread the word about Relay for Life. I want you guys to donate to Relay for Life. I want you to get involved in your local Relay for Life because they're everywhere. And we need to raise money and raise awareness to make a difference in our world. So if you have somebody that you love that's been touched by cancer, either by being a survivor themselves or having a loved one that's a survivor, because I don't think that there's anybody in our country at this time who doesn't know someone who has had cancer. That's how bad it is in our country right now, that everybody in the world knows someone who's had cancer. So please, you guys, I'm going to put a link up on the side here. Please either donate or spread the word. If you can make a video and encourage your subscribers to donate, do something to make a difference. I beg you, don't let this happen to anyone else. It is my wish and my prayer that no one else would have to experience the pain that I've experienced. I love you guys. I have some of the greatest subscribers in the world, and I know that I can trust you guys to carry my message. Thank you.